Okay, let's go have fun. Let's go. Pressure on the ball.
This is Utah Tech basketball and the John Judkins Coaches Show, presented by Red Rock NIL, empowering student athletes through local businesses.
Enjoy the win. Enjoy the win. Okay, good job. Good job.
And hi there, everybody. Welcome to the debut of the John Judkins Coaches Show. Rod Zundel, along with the head basketball coach of Utah Tech, John Judkins. Coach, played 11 games. You're a month into the season, but you only played 2 at home.
Yeah, we've been on the road a lot, Rod. It's been crazy, but scheduling's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. People just don't want to come here. I don't know why, but they
don't
want to
lose.
live here, but they don't want to come play basketball
Yeah.
here. So no, we've had and the road trips are good. Sometimes I think it helps us to prepare and get our team closer together. We have to rebuild every year now with the transfer portal, and I think sometimes these road things help us with the rebuilding our team.
You just finished off an 8-game road trip last Tuesday in Boise, and then Saturday night in Logan against Utah State. You're 2-9 overall. Again, you only played 2 games at home. You're going to play Friday night at home for the first time in 30 days against Weber State. So then you have 3 straight home games. So here's a chance to, finals week this week and get everything under your feet, kind of get in your own bed and get situated with yourself.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's tough. But, yeah, we're excited to be home and to get back. It's going to be weird not get on a bus on a Thursday or Friday and go to another game. So, but, yeah, we got Weber State on Friday, and we're excited to play them. We've played a lot of really good teams.
Yeah.
The scheduling was a lot tougher than we kind of anticipated, but we had some opportunities to get some buy games, which we need in our program.
And
so
you
we
buy
took
games, money games to get
to
some
build
money.
your program and
Yeah.
build some things that you need to do. And everybody does them. And this year I think we did 5 this year, where last year we did 3. So, but again, it's some good competition, some great places to play with, at Boise, at Oregon State, at Wyoming, at Utah State, and Utah. So those are the 5 that we played, and again, we came out 0-5, but we learned a lot from those games, and if that helps us for the WAC, Rod, it's worth it.
And that's what you've talked about all on our pregame and postgame shows. If this tough schedule, you won't know until you get into the WAC schedule in about a month, but just as a coach, can you see improvement by playing these tougher teams, much bigger and stronger teams?
Yeah, well, I see. One thing I've seen is injuries, so we get hurt a lot more.
Yeah.
But no, again, we've seen a big improvement. There's a couple of things we still are doing the same no matter who we play, but it's definitely helped us. And like you said, we won't know that until the WAC actually starts. But like I told you early in the year, we want to win the WAC conference, no question. But the main thing, our goal is we got to win that tournament. If the only team that's going to be going dancing in an NCAA tournament is the team that wins that WAC tournament. So that's our goal. And so playing these games, if that helps us to get to that and play 3 games in a row and win those 3 games, that's why we did that MTE in Montana, where we played 3 straight nights. Just to kind of see how our guys could handle
and you had a possibility, all 3 wins.
We were
Northridge,
right there.
who is a very good team. Mm-hmm. You had a 13-point lead on them. Montana, you had a 4-point lead with a minute left, and then you beat Denver. I mean, you played some good basketball.
Yeah, and again, we learned a lot, in our situation right there. But again, it's when you're not home, you're not practicing. We've been a lot of games, but not as much practice, and I think that's where we can get better.
And you touched on it just a moment ago. For the first time, you're eligible to make the big dance NCAA tournament. So that's a little extra incentive. I'm sure that you guys maybe talk about a little bit every now and then.
Yeah, and I think Noah coming back and Beion coming back and some of the transfers we had that have 1 year left, that was kind of their thing. I mean, people think, that's not that big of a deal, but I'll tell you it is. Recruiting, it's big. They see that they want to play in the dance. That's what the whole reason why we play these games, and so that's our goal. And we still got a ways to go, but I think we're in the right way.
This is John Judkins Coaches Show with head coach John Judkins. And Coach, you played 2 home games. You beat Bethesda and you lost to New Mexico State. Let's talk about some of your players. You talked about Beion Riley, returning senior. He's really been, along with Noah, your stalwart there, averaging 14 points. That's 10th in the WAC. Also 8 rebounds. That's 4th best in the Western Athletic Conference.
Yeah, he's been playing well. He's come in. He's strong. He's been rebounding a lot better. He's shooting the 3 ball. He's not having that little hitch like he used to have last year. But he's been very good. He's had some injuries. He's he's got hurt a little bit. He missed the Utah game. He missed the Utah State game. And so we got to get him back healthy, get him playing. But him and Noah, the guys that really played a lot of minutes for us last year, are doing a great job of leading us and getting us where we need to be.
And Beon had 3 straight double-doubles over the course of 11 games. That's never been done in the Division I era here at Utah Tech. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's doing well. Like I said, he's got to get him healthy.
Yeah.
Get him healthy.
And then you got Noah Gonzalez, returning senior. He's been here all 4 years. Saturday night, he became the best three-point shooter in Utah Tech history. Yeah. He picked up a couple threes. Now he has 168 past Brandon Simister, who played here from 2012 to 2018. So he goes into the record books.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. That's something I don't think he has a goal to do that, but I think when he gets done playing and he can tell his kids and everything about that record is going to be for a long time, because again, it's hard to keep somebody out of school for 4 years now.
Yeah.
But he can really shoot it, and that's why we went after him and wanted him. And congratulations to him, and I hope he has many more to keep going. You always say Noah G for 3.
Noah G for 3.
So let's keep that up. But yeah, he's playing well, and it's hard now because teams know what he does.
Yeah.
And so they really try to stop him, and they really get into him, and he's playing really well right now. He's got some good looks he's missed, and knowing him, he's going to continue to shoot. They're going to go. They're going to follow it.
Yeah, they're not giving him much, not much space whatsoever. But on that same line, he's been going to the hole quite a bit and to the rack, and he's had some tough drives. And you like to see that too, because maybe they'll start backing off, saying, "Oh, this guy's going to take me inside." Yeah,
that's one thing I think he's really worked on for these last couple of years. Is when we first got him, he was all just catch and shoot. Now he puts it on the ground and can score. He's really good with that shot fake sidestep. I want him to do a little bit more shot fake and get a foul, get to the foul. And we got to get him to the foul line more as we do. But he's getting an all-around game right now. He's starting to do that, and that's something that we've been impressed with, seeing his growth. Yeah. And then we look at like our freshman we have now, like Hunter. He's a freshman. We got to get him to kind of do what Noah's doing and just keep getting better and better. Yeah. But Noah's a big part of our team, no question.
Yeah, 12 points, 3 rebounds a game. He's 5th in the WAC in three-pointers made, and he's top 10 in the WAC in steals too. So his defensive presence is a big deal as well.
Yeah, he's working on that. We talk about that a lot. You got to pick up your defense, and he plays a lot of minutes. And that's some things I got to work with him a little bit better too. If trying to keep him fresh, because again, he's athletic. He's more athletic than Rod. I mean, you saw him dunk a couple in a couple of games, but he's athletic. He's got to use that, and sometimes when you get tired, you don't jump as high or you don't move as fast. And but he's been solid.
Then the final couple of minutes of Portland State, when you needed a bucket, he went in for an and one,
and
got hammered and made it. Some good things out of those two. And also one of your other main returners, Tennessee Rainwater, averaging 8 points, 4 rebounds a game. He started 3 games for you.
Yeah, he started. He's been playing better. Like I said, he had some surgery done on in the summertime and kind of was a little bit behind. It took him a while to kind of get his legs back underneath him and stuff, and then he started playing better and better and working really hard. Then, like I said, when Beon got hurt, he came in and took his spot. Yeah. He's a tough one because he brings that energy, and so I kind of like that when he comes off the bench. Yeah. Where in starting, I don't see that as much energy as he always normally would bring on the bench. But again, he's playing well and he's rebounding and he's doing the things we ask. If he'll do the things we ask, sometimes he tries to maybe do a little too much and he gets in trouble. But he's really mature. He understands. We show him film and he's getting a lot better. And again, he's only a sophomore, so he's picking it up.
A couple other returners, Stone Hutchings, returning sophomore, and UU Toure, they come in and they provide you some energy, and you're going to really need them off your bench.
Yeah, Stone had a really good game against Utah State, probably the best I've seen him play since he's been here. He's a hard-nosed kid. He'll do all the little things. He'll rebound. He'll dive on the ground for ball. He just wants a chance. He's a walk-on. And then got a scholarship this year, so good for him. And he's one I can always know what he's going to do. I can count. He's going to give me that energy. UU's been a little bit behind this year. Last year he played a little bit more, more minutes, I guess you could say. But we got to get him going. He got hurt as well. He's been injury bug a little bit, so we got to try to get him back. And but we need his experience to. Coming off the bench, giving Keem a little bit of a break.
All right, let's talk about some of your newcomers. You went through the transfer portal. You got some. Let's start with Justin Beaker, the transfer out of University of San Francisco. He's averaging 10 points, 4 rebounds. The last 5 games, he's averaged 13 points, 4 boards a game.
Yeah, he started off really good, and then he kind of had a little slump where he couldn't make a shot.
Yeah.
And now the last 3 games, like you said, averaging 13, he's been a lot better of hitting the 3 ball. He can really shoot it. One thing we really liked about him when we got him from San Francisco was his court awareness. He's smart. He passes the ball well. He's got some pretty good size, tall-wise. He needs to get obviously stronger, but he brings that maturity that we needed at that position. And again, he could play 1, 2, and 3 for us, which is a nice thing to have.
Then transfer out of Washington, Toby Aribi, 6 points, 4 rebounds, number 5 in the whack in block shots.
Yeah, again, we didn't think he'd be playing a 5. We thought he might be playing a 4. But our 5, losing Tanner and so forth, we didn't know what we were going to get at that spot. And he wants to be on the floor, so we're trying to get him as many minutes as can. So him and Beon's been my 4. He's been the 5. Again, he's a real nice kid. Just got to be. He's just not as tall as the rest of the 5s we're going against, but he's smart. He passes well for a big. He can shoot the 3 ball. We just got to get him playing harder and more physical, and he'll get. And then the other one, like you said, Akeem is our other guy that we got as a
Hakeem Bird, transfer from Marist, point guard, 8 points, 2 rebounds.
And he had a really good tournament up in Montana.
Yeah.
He made the all-tournament team up there, and he shot the ball well. He had last against Utah State. I think he had 7 or 8 assists.
Best of the year so far.
Yeah. So he's learning. The hard part of these transfers, Rod, is they get in and they just got to learn. They got to learn the system and learn things, and it takes a little while. And so, but I like what he's doing.
Britton Barrett, another transfer from College of Southern Idaho, 4 points, 3 rebounds. You brought him in because he was a 3-point ace as well, right?
Yeah, he's a walk-on. He's another walk-on kid we liked earlier in the year, and then he can really shoot the ball. You haven't seen it in games, but he has missed some. He's got to get him shooting. He's just got to make a couple, and then his confidence go up. But that's his game. His game is really shooting the 3 ball, and we didn't have that last year besides Noah.
Yeah.
And so that's one area that we wanted to improve on is getting the 3 ball a little bit more, and it'll come. He's still. The JUCO stuff is a little bit different than the Division I stuff. It's a lot more physical. They're bigger players. Yeah. That's something that he has to adjust to. And
then somebody that might help you on the 3-point line, freshman Hunter Skank out of Weber High School. He's shown some spurts and signs of good stuff to come.
Yeah, he can score. I mean, and then like I said, in high school, he averaged 30-something a game.
He's not shy.
Yeah. You don't have to tell him to look to shoot again. He'll shoot it again. But he can really get hot. He's had a couple of games where I thought he's come in and gave us a really nice spark. Again, he's a freshman. He's just got to get stronger, got to get bigger defensively, be a little tougher that way. But, I love the energy. He's quick. He's fast. He likes to play the 2 guard. I thought he might be able to play a little bit of the 1, but right now he likes the 2 a little bit better. That's something we want to work with him in the summer. I want him to handle the ball maybe a little bit more he's doing right now. But, again, a guy that I think in the future is going to be really, really good for us.
And then you've got some guys inside, 4 and 5 guys. Dallin Grant, transfer from Utah State. Pavle Misic, freshman out of Serbia. Sammy Howland, who was on your team last year but had a knee injury, is back this year. They're all trying to find their way inside in your scheme here.
Yeah, we're the door's open. We're waiting for one of those 3 to step up, and we've tried different ones every game. It seems like Dallin played okay against Utah State. Pavle came in one game and did pretty good. Pavle is more of a banger, bigger, stronger kind of guy, not really an outside game at all, more of his back to the basket, where Dallin can actually face up a little bit. And then Sammy brings to us, what he brings us is his length and his rim protection. It's just he's behind a little bit just because of that knee problem, like you said. We tore his ACL last year. So he's wearing that brace. He's trying to get back. He's got opportunity right now with Beon being out. He's got to take advantage. And, that's where I thought Stone did that really well. Yeah. The Utah State game. He waited, and he got a chance, and he performed.
Well, those guys are what, 6'8", 6'9", 6'10" guys? And
Sam is about 6'11".
6'11", and you need that because you're one of the shortest teams in Division I basketball, and you need that to offset your
the guys.
Your guys
the
outside.
guys are playing. Yeah, we're the smallest, but if you look at the roster, we're not. But the guys are averaging the most minutes. We're one of the smallest Division I teams out there.
All right, John Judkins' show is going to take a break. When we come back, the 3-point king of the Trailblazers, Noah Gonzalez, will join us. That's when we come back.
D.R. Horton is America's largest home builder, but with a local heart. Nestled just west of the Sand Hollow Recreation Area is a 600-acre master planned community with beautifully designed single-family homes, cottages, and townhomes called Long Valley. Visit us at drhorton.com and join us in continuing the American dream of home ownership and build your next home with D.R. Horton, America's builder.
Experience the magic of southern Utah from the sky and the ground at Confetti Pebbles Hot Air Balloons. They take you on breathtaking journeys across the stunning landscapes of St. George, Hurricane, and beyond. But why just visit when you can live here? Priority First Real Estate is dedicated to helping you find your dream home. Together, they bring you closer to the community, closer to nature, closer to home. Confetti Pebbles Hot Air Balloons and Priority First Real Estate, where adventure meets home.
Hey there, sports fans. Ready to take a timeout from the sidelines and jump into the action? St. George Regional Airport has you covered. Score big with convenient flights that take you from our Red Rocks to destinations around the globe. Whether it's the bright lights of LA or an exotic getaway across the Pacific, your adventure starts right here at home. When you're planning that epic getaway, St. George Regional Airport is your home field advantage.
And welcome back to Utah Tech Basketball, the John Judkins Coaches Show. Rod Zundel, the head coach of Utah Tech, John Judkins. And there he is, the three-point king for Utah Tech. 168 career three-pointers, the most by any Trailblazer basketball player. Noah Gonzalez, Lehigh High School, Lehigh, Utah. Welcome. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you, Rod. I appreciate it.
Okay, now, we both know, okay, you're a humble guy, you're a quiet guy, but try to explain, what does that mean to have that record of being the best three-point shooter in school history?
I mean, at first, I didn't really think I was that close until John Judkins said something after the Boise State game. He said I tied the record. I was like, oh, wow, I tied the record. But after the Utah State game, you know, it felt pretty good to break that record.
Do records mean that much to everybody? Likes to have records and all that, but what does this mean to you, though? I mean, is it something where you're saying, all right, I'm pretty cool?
Honestly, I don't really think too much about it right now. Right now, I got other goals to think about, and our goal is to win. But I think down the future, like Coach said, I think it'll be a cool record to look back on.
All right, Noah Gonzalez, the three-point king here at Utah Tech. First 11 games, you only played 2 at home. Played some great competition. You know, facts are facts. They're bigger, stronger than as a whole than the Trailblazers. What have you learned about yourself, about this team early on in the season after these first 11 games against tough competition?
I think the main thing for me personally is just being physical. You know, fighting through screens, rebounding, you know, just giving that extra effort to make plays to help us win games.
You're a marked man. People know that said if they stop Noah Gonzalez or stop our outside game, that's where it starts. So do you take that as a personal challenge? Because they're right up in your grill every single trip down the floor. You don't have a lot of space like you had last year. So do you take that on as a challenge, say, you know, bring it on, I'm going at it?
Yeah, it's for sure a challenge, something I got to figure out every day. I mean, just figuring out different ways to impact the game, whether that's facilitating, getting to the paint, passing it out, kicking it out to my teammates, you know, just figuring out different ways to impact the game.
And Juddy, you know you've got someone special when they their whole game plan is to stop one guy.
Yeah, well, we all do that. I mean,
we
have a scout that we do too, and we'll say, yeah, like Utah State, we say, here's the two-headed monster. You know, we got to stop those guys, and I guarantee you he's that way in our team. You know, that they're trying to stop him, but he's totally that way. He's very. I tell him he needs to be more selfish.
Yeah.
He's very unselfish. He wants to do what's best for the team, which is wonderful as a coach. You love. But sometimes we need him to be a little bit more, hey, give me the ball, I'm going to score. I can do this. But the one thing that he's done really well, too, is guys are face guarding him or going over top of screens, is he's done a good job of setting screens to get somebody open, because that guy's not going to help off him at all. Yeah. And so if he sets a good screen, that's where Stockton was so good with Malone. Yeah. They couldn't really help off him. And that's kind of what Noah's been doing. And Noah's been in the gym every day. He comes in every day and shoots. I mean, he knows this is it. This is his last year to be here, and he wants to end on a good win. And it's not about him, it's about us, like he said, and he's got goals like he's talked about as a team we have that we feel we can achieve, and he's going to be a big part of it.
But to reach your goals as a team, you talk about it, you need him to reach his goals personally and to become selfish. When he talks to you about being unselfish and being a little more selfish, what goes through your mind and say, Coach, I'm doing what I should do. What is it? How do you take that in, saying Coach wants me to be selfish?
Yeah, I know. I just understand that he's pushing me to the next level. He wants me to be more aggressive on both sides of the floor.
Yeah.
And have you seen that?
Yeah, I mean, from year to year to year to year,
Yeah.
you see him, like I said, in cruise, and he can do more. He can do more with that offensive. But again, he's really worked on his, like I told you earlier, when we got him, it was just a catch-shoot guy. Now he's putting it on the floor. He's coming off screens harder and tighter. He knows for him to get shots, he has to set guys up better. He has to, beat him up the floor because, like I said, they're going to be right in his face. And so he's doing those kind of things. I want to get him to the foul line more. I've already talked to him about that. He needs to get to the foul line 5 or 6 times a game. And so he's got that shot fake that he does a really good job of stepping to the left. The guys fly by him, but he's got to get that 1-2. The guys coming right at him, of getting him up in the air and drawing the foul, and then go make those foul shots. So.
And that pump fake and step into the side, little step back 3, you've been doing that a lot more here in the season than the last couple of years. Is that something that you've worked on and you said, okay, they're going to be playing me tight, so I've got to get them up in the air and move? Is that something that you purposely try to improve on?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're working on it every day, different scenarios, and like in open gym and stuff. We work on side steps, shot fake, side step, and then making the next move out of it, making the next play out of that shot fake.
So what do you need to do now as you've gone through a tough exhibition schedule? You have 4 more games until you get in a conference schedule. Personally, what do you want to improve on your game to help the team get as you get ready for conference?
One thing is just improving my rebounding. I think I'd be a better rebounder. And the next thing is getting to the free throw line more, 6 to 8 times. And that starts with just being aggressive, playing off 2, and getting to the rack.
Top 10 in steals in the conference, 1.5 a game. Is that something that you take pride in and that you've wanted to focus on a little bit more this year? Because you get more steals, you get more easy buckets, point average goes up.
Exactly. I think I feed off my defense. If we can get steals, we can get transition points and easy baskets.
Okay. And Coach, in this tough schedule with taller, bigger, stronger teams and bigger conferences that you've played, they've tried to beat you up. But you guys have responded in most cases. Now, you aren't able to do it at the full length of the game, but you guys are able to respond to a punch in the mouth, and you've got to be pleased with the way these guys bounce back and fight, and not just say, "Oh, we're smaller, we're not as big as them, we're gonna fold." They don't do that.
No, they don't. They compete. They we call them street dogs. We're always going to be the underdog. We're always going to be the smaller team. But who's going to play harder? Who's going to be more physical? Who's going to get the 50-50 balls? The example you put in there was the Portland State game. We get down 13-0, come back, tie it with the last minute to go in the game, and we missed a couple 3 throws that could have tied it, and who knows what would have happened. Yeah. But we can't have those spurts like that. We got to come out and throw the first punch. We can't let them throw it first punch. We got to throw it. But I love how hard they play. I love how they don't give up. There's been games we've been behind and we've cut it back, and there's games that we haven't been really ahead a lot. We were at the MTE in Montana. We were ahead a lot of those games, and to learn to keep a lead and keep. And, we always tell them when they come in the game, look at the score. When you come out of the game, it better be higher. You better, if you're up 6, you better be up 8. Or up 5, if you're down 3, you better be tied, or whatever it may be. You always want to come out of the game knowing that you did everything you could to help your team.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look ahead to what is ahead the next 2 games, Weber State and Whittier, double W's. We'll be right back.
Welcome to St. George Academy, home of the Dragon Slayers, where academic excellence meets individualized learning right here in Southern Utah. At St. George Academy, we believe in challenging our students with rigorous curriculum, preparing them for a demanding college experience and beyond. And it's all tuition-free. Our unique Pathway University program offers accelerated courses, allowing students to earn college credits in high school. Experience the St. George Academy difference, schedule your tour today, and join us on your educational journey.
Yesco is a proud partner of Trailblazer Sports Vision and Utah Tech Athletics. Yesco specializes in manufacture of custom electric signs and displays. From the smallest to the largest, Yesco can design, manufacture, install, and maintain an identification package that is tailored to your specific needs. Yesco has been serving Utah businesses for well over 100 years with quality signage and exceptional service. To see how Yesco can serve you, go to yesco.com.
Craving something sweet but healthy? Come to Berries and Cream, the original spot for fresh berries in our delicious sweet cream. Locally owned and operated right here in St. George. We offer a cold, refreshing treat that's perfect for the southern Utah climate. Fresh fruit has never tasted so good. Berries and Cream, the original taste of St. George.
Back here on Utah Tech basketball, the John Judkins Coaches Show. Rod Zundel with head coach Juddy and Noah Gonzalez, the best three-point shooter in the history of Utah Tech. Are you going to get tired of me saying that? I'm going to be saying that like from now until March. You know that, right?
Oh, man, I think one time was enough, Rod.
Sorry, that's not going to happen. All right, before we move on, after this tough schedule, like we kind of touched on a little bit, but how confident are you guys in saying, okay, we've learned our lesson, we've learned a lot of stuff, we're preparing ourselves for the WAC schedule?
Yeah, we have a good week ahead of us, a great week for film and practices. One thing we've been focusing on is just staying disciplined, like being in the right spots, doing the right thing, and yeah.
Yeah. All right, you've had some good in-state games this year, Utah State. Now you got Weber State coming up this week, Friday night, 7 o'clock at Burns Arena. First game in 30 days at home, Coach and Noah.
It's hard.
Feel good,
huh?
Yeah,
it's tough. It's tough, I said, but we're excited to be home. And the worst part is we're going to be home when the students are gone. You know, we have finals over. Yeah. But again, scheduling. You got to learn how to win on the road. You got to learn how to win at home. And we got to take care of our home. We let one get away with New Mexico State. Yeah. But they beat a good team last week. They beat New Mexico last week. So, some of those early games like that, it's gonna happen. But I think we've improved a lot. Like I told you before, playing these tough games, we've learned a lot, and we hope that comes into us on Friday against Weber State.
And Noah, being a Utah kid, playing these in-state games, and Weber State, you played them a couple years ago at their place, and you beat them. Just talk about what these in-state games mean to you, especially Friday here at home against the Wildcats.
Yeah, we played them a couple years ago, but it's always fun to play, in-state rivals, in-state schools. I think it's always fun to go and travel to, like Utah State and Utah and play in those arenas, because I've never played in those arenas before, besides a couple years ago. Yeah. But I never played there in my high school days. But I always grew up watching them, and it's fun just to play in those atmospheres.
Where did you hold your playoffs?
Slick.
Oh, you went to Slick.
Air State was at Slick.
Yeah. So when you look at the tape of Weber, what do they bring? Are they anything like? They're big. Here we go again, right?
They're big. They're playing a lot better too. Early in the year, they kind of struggled, losing their number one guy last year.
Yeah.
Going to the NBA and stuff, and it took them a while, but they're solid. They got a couple of transfers like we have that are coming in and can really shoot it, but they're big and strong. We just watched their North Dakota game, their last game they played at North Dakota, which we've been there before many times. Yeah. So we know we got our hands full. They do a lot of the same stuff we do. Eric does a great job of a great coach, and I think we're going to be ready. I'm excited to see what we're at. Being home, and playing the games that we've played. I think these guys. We had a really good day of practice yesterday. We went and watched a lot of film about discipline, like he's talking about. They're saying how great Utah State's press was. No, it wasn't that great. We didn't do our stuff. Our discipline wasn't. When we did our discipline stuff right, we got really good shots and made them. And so that's something we really are focusing on this week of do the things that we can do, control what we can control, and discipline's a big part of that.
And Noah, as you finish off the preseason schedule, get ready for the WAC schedule. First year that you have been, as a college player, been eligible to go to the big dance, the NCAA, NIT, and all that kind of stuff. How exciting is that, and how much more urgency do you feel that, this is my final time to get it done?
Yeah, it's super exciting. We've been preaching about, winning the WAC every day, Every time we have a break, we say champs, and that's our goal.
Yep. All right, so 3 straight home games beginning Friday night, 7 o'clock against Weber State, 6:45 pregame here on Trailblazer Sports Vision and Fan Sports Radio. Then Monday night at 7 o'clock against Whittier. Then the following Thursday against South Dakota. Yeah, then you go to South Beach for New Year's Eve game at 10 a.m. So, all right, time to feel good, sleeping in your own beds, and your own meals and everything like that, and no more Raising Cane's on the road and chicken strips.
Those guys love Raising Cane's. Huh?
Yeah.
That's one of their favorite places. No, it's funny. I get home and my wife, hey, where do you want to go eat? I go, honey, we've been on the road eating out all the time, So she's a good sport. We laugh about it, but no, these guys have been good. We just got to keep their confidence, Rod. We've had some really tough games. Our record doesn't show what we're doing. Yeah. And if the fans can just understand that and be patient with us, I think things are going to turn, and you'll be excited to see how it ends up.
All right, should be a good one. Friday night, 7 o'clock against Weber State in Burns Arena. The 3-point king. So I said it again. Noah Gonzalez, thanks, Jetty.
You're welcome.
See you guys Friday night, Burns Arena. See ya. Just keep saying
something about there.
Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, come on.
Oh,
hold on.
my
No, we
gosh.
haven't finished it. Oh, I forgot it. We give you treats. Berries and cream. Yeah. Have you ever been to Berries and Cream?
He was talking so much about it.
Oh man, it's awesome. Yeah, there you go. Let's see it. Try it out.
Let's see it.
Blackberries, blueberries, and strawberries.
Blackberry, blueberry, and strawberries. Good stuff. Berries and cream. The shops at Zion.
Oh, is that where it is?
Yeah. Final taste right there. Mmm. Okay, now we're gonna leave for
Very
good. So we'll see you Friday night.